Wee Willie Winkie, part 2. Part 1 was like half hour. This one might not be that long. Let's see where Winkie is gone to. Okay, so by the way, I don't know if you picked it up, but I haven't still picked up why he's called Wee Willie Winkie. Who cares? And it has nothing to do with nursery rhyme apparently so far. So anyway, Miss Alardis screamed blah blah blah. Who are you? Said one of the men. This is the boy now. The little boy, Wee Willie Winkie. I am the Colonel Sahib's son. Maybe that's not the right voice. I am the Colonel. No. Kid voices. I can't do kid voices that well. I am the Colonel Sahib's son. And my order is that you go at once. You black men are frightening the Miss Sahib. Miss Sahib. One of you must run into cantonments and take the news that the Miss Sahib was hurt herself and that the Colonel's son is here with her. Put your foot into the trap, was the laughing reply. Hear this boy's speech. Ha ha ha. Royally ha. These are the guys, the strangers who we don't know who they is. These them's laughing. Say, this is the boy now. Say that I sent you. I, the Colonel's son. They will give you money. What is the use of this talk? Take up the child and the girl, and we can at least ask for the ransom. Ours are the villages on the heights, said a voice in the background. Oh yeah, this was the, okay, pretend a voice in the background. Like, not the lead dude, some background dude. What is the use of this talk? Take up the child and the girl. And we can at least ask for a ransom. Our villages are on the heights, said a voice in the background. They don't want to, I guess they don't want to go that far. These were the bad men, worse than goblins, and it needed all Wee Willie Winkie's training to prevent him from bursting into tears like a little bitch. But he felt that to cry before a native, accepting only his mother's ayah, I don't know how to, what is an ayah? I'm guessing it's something like a nanny. Grandmother, maybe? Would be. His mother's ayah would be an infamy greater than any mutiny. Moreover, he, as future colonel of the 195th, had that grim regiment at his back. So he I guess, you know, he's like, if I can't fucking cry now, because if I'm gonna be a future dude, they're gonna be like, remember when you were 9 and these guys had you at like knife point and you cried? Yeah, you had 9 people against you and you had a wounded civilian and you cried? Ew. Are you going to carry us away? Said Wee Willie Winkie, very blanched and uncomfortable. Ooh, Are you going to carry us away? I'm uncomfortable and blanched. Yes, my little Sahib Bahadur, said the tallest of the men, and eat you afterwards. Ooh, that probably doesn't sit right with wee Willie Winkie. That's child's talk, said wee Willie Winkie. Men don't eat men. I'd be like, you're not a man, little boy. A yell of laughter interrupted him. But he went on firmly. And if you do carry us away, myself and this young lady, I tell you that all my regiment will come up in a day and kill you all without leaving one. Who will take my message to the fucking Colonel Sahib? Speech in any vernacular. And Wee Willie Winkie had a colloquial acquaintance with three, was easy to the boy who could not yet manage his R's and the TH's. All right. Another man joined the conference crying, "Oh, foolish men, what this babe says is true. He is the heart's heart of those white troops. For the sake of peace, let them go both. For if he be taken, the regiment will break loose and gut the valley. Our villages are in the valley, and we shall not escape. That regiment are devils. They broke Coda Yar's breastbone with kicks when he tried to take the rifles. And if we touch this child, they will fire and rape and plunder for a month till nothing remains. Or whichever comes first, the month or nothing remains." You can't put a timeline on that kind of shit. But better to send a man back to take the message and get a reward. I say that this child is their God, and that they will spare none of us, nor our women, if we harm him. It's just lucky that they found a little god in the desert. It was Din Muhammad, the dismissed groom of the colonel. Earlier, remember, the dismissed groom. I think he's a horse groomer. Not you. You might be thinking like bride and groom. Like, has he been at a wedding the whole time? What's this talk of groom work? Who is this groom? Groom. I guess so. Let's just stick with horse groomer. No idea. What is groom? Maybe it's just the guy who grooms a person, like a personal nanny. It was Din Muhammad, the dismissed groom of the colonel, who made the diversion, and an angry and heated discussion followed. Wee Willie Winkie, standing over Miss Alardis, waited the upshot. Surely, his regiment, his own regiment, would not desert him if they knew of his extremity. Dot, 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 dot. The riderless pony brought the news to the 195th, though there had been consternation in the colonel's household for an hour before. The little beast came in through the parade ground in front of the main barracks, where the men were settling down to play Spoil 5 till the afternoon. Devlin, the color sergeant of E Company, glanced at the empty saddle and tumbled through the barracks rooms, kicking up each room corporal as they passed. "Up, ye beggars! That something happened to the colonel. There's something happened to the colonel's son," he shouted. "God damn it! Up, motherfuckers! Get the fuck up!" Yo, he couldn't fall. He couldn't have fallen off. What the fuck? Is it like someone's saying this? I don't know if it's the same guy. Let's just say it's the same guy. He couldn't fall off. He couldn't have fall off. Selp me, it couldn't have fall off. Blubbered a drummer boy. Go and hunt across the river. He's over there if he's anywhere, and maybe those panthons have got him. For the love of God, don't look for him in the nalas. Let's go over the river. Whatever. Next paragraph, someone different. This is a Devlin. There's sense in Mott yet, said Devlin. E Company, double out to the river. Sharp. Get the fuck going. I said now. Why aren't you leaving? So E Company, in its shirt sleeves mainly, doubled for the dear life. For the dear life, that's right. And in the rear toiled the perspiring sergeant, adjuring it to double yet faster. The cantonment was alive with the men of the 195th hunting for wee Willie Winkie, and the colonel finally overtook E Company, far too exhausted to swear, struggling in the pebbles of the river bed. Up the hill under which wee Willie Winkie's bad men were discussing the... God, man, this is really hard to... Because the fucking paragraphs just start wherever the fuck they want to start. Up the hill under which wee Willie Winkie's bad men were discussing the wisdom of carrying off the child and the girl. A lookout fired 2 shots. What have I said? Shouted Din Mohammed. There is the warning. The Pulton are out already and coming across the plain. Get away. Let us not be seen with the boy. The men waited for an instant and then, as another shot fired, withdrew into the hills silently as they appeared. The regiment is coming, said wee Willie Winkie confidently to Miss Allardyce. And it's all white. Don't cry. I'm going to be the new champion of this regiment. Yo, he needed the advice himself for 10 minutes later. When his father came up, he was weeping bitterly with his head in Miss Allardyce's lap. Weeping like a little boy. A little boy. And then the men of the 195th carried him home with shouts and rejoicing, and Copy, who had ridden a horse into a lather, met him. To his intense disgust, kissed him openly in the presence of the men. As a like confident, consenting parent kiss to the child, I guess, as a thank you. I'm hoping. Jesus Christ, where did this thing go? But there was balm for his dignity. His father assured him that not only would the breaking of arrest be condoned, but that the good conduct badge would be restored as soon as his mother could sew it in his blouse sleeve. Miss Allardyce had told the colonel a story that made him proud of his son. So maybe his father is like, I did all I could do. It's all up to you. This is wee Willie Winkie. She belonged to you, Copy, said wee Willie Winkie, indicating Miss Allardyce with a grimy forefinger. I I knew. No, I can't do the child voices. I knew she didn't ought to go across the river. And I knew the regiment. Oh, God. Okay, hold on. I'm not. This is. I knew the red regiment would come to me if I sent Jack home. You're a hero, Winkie, said Copy. A puka hero. I don't know what that means, but fuck it, said Wee Willie Winkie. But you mustn't call me Winkie any no more. I'm Percival Willem Willems. Percival Willems. It's like Williams minus the I. And in this manner did Wee Willie Winkie enter into his manhood. Did he though? Did Wee Willie Winkie really reach manhood by such a small deed? I mean, would you? I guess it's not small. For some reason, he was able to figure out everything. I mean, to be honest, I guess totally. He did just be all like, "Yo, she shouldn't go out there. I'm gonna figure. I figure, you know, maybe she needs me," and then he just escapes and follows her, and then somehow luckily she really does need him by breaking her ankle or spraining it, and then the guys are there, and then he knew what to say, knew what to do. I guess his father's training did really work. I mean, that's what this is all showing. You got proof. But like neglect does a lot. And that all that like kissing people, I can't, because speechless, totally speechless. But I guess Winkie is going to have a lot to think about for the rest of his life. And I don't know how the nursery rhyme fits into this fucking thing. Wee Willie Winkie, everybody. Well, join me next time, and I shall read something else that nobody wants to listen to. Just enjoy.